Hey, this is Ben from BarnYard Outdoors. We're doing wind camping, which is the stupidest freaking idea I've ever had, but what the hell, why not? Because my tent is a sale, and it's going to end up in the next county. Well, first things first. I'm feeling like butt right now. I need to get something in my gut. Medication's messing with me. So, first things first, let's make some easy lunch. And that is this stuff. This stuff's great for something like this. Got the MSR stove. It is still really windy, so I'm doing it on my tailgate for now. But yeah, MSR. This is super simple. Take this stuff with you. MSR stove. I got my. I can't get it, but you know, save from the trash, and I got some tuna. Here we go. I haven't even unpacked yet. I got to get something in me. But if you're doing this, don't make the mistake I made the first time. Put the water in there. Put it in first, even though that's a microwave pouch. It kind of relies on, you know, some sort of steam or water. But just slow cook it for, I don't know, I'm going to let this thing cook for like 5 minutes or so. Tuna! Okay, it's been a couple minutes, and this is now getting to the consistency that you want to add the tuna at. So just see this? See how you stir it and it's absorbed most of the water? Now you want to add the tuna, and the key is to add the tuna while it's cooking, because otherwise it just tastes weird. So trust me on this one. Much you might call an expert or something. Now, when you have the tuna added, you want to keep that heat on low still. So we've got a real low heat going. You want to wait till it just starts bubbling. I might even turn it down a little bit more, because you want it to heat through, because otherwise it just tastes a little weird. So we're going to try this. I've already tried it. Yeah, don't mix the bacon ranch with, it's edible. Well, that's about all I'm going to say. Want a quick tip on how to clean up at the campsite? Now again, bear in mind, this isn't 100,000% sanitary, but get this thing all cleaned out inside, right? Get it all wiped down, put some water in there, wipe it down as clean as you can. Then get some water in there, boil the first round, you know, and then you're going to have some particles and stuff. Clean that out, clean the sides out, and then put another round of water in it. Boil it with the top on and let it boil like that for a few minutes. Because, you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do at the campsite if you don't have any detergent. So this works well. Well, the wind finally let up, and I wasn't gonna record because it's been freaking impossible, but this is turning out good. I'm making shrimp fajitas tonight for dinner. Want to check them out? I cut up some bell peppers, and half an onion. So each of this, half a bell pepper, half a red, half a yellow, and half an onion. And we got it in here in this Pathfinder carbon steel skillet with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of slap your mama. This is going to turn out good. And so I'm going to cook this up. Then I'm going to put that in a different pan. Then I got some shrimp. So we're going to have shrimp fajitas tonight. Yeah, just cut up half a onion. And then half each of a yellow, red, and orange bell pepper. And we're just using my campsite or Amazon, what is it? Hapalulu cooking set. And, you know, on just an good old Coleman stove, because it's got a windscreen. So, yeah, that's what's for dinner. It's going to be healthy-ish if I stop eating chips. Anyway. All right, just a quick update. I do have to say how impressed with this Pathfinder carbon steel skillet I am. I just put a dab of olive oil in there because have you seen the outhouses in Nebraska state parks? They are not exactly someplace I want to be. Anyway, and I'm just cooking these veggies away, and they are just, look at that. They're getting good. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, same situation with our shrimp, because you know what? I didn't want to get raw shrimp and mess with that. I got pre-cooked, and we're just gonna put healthy dollop of slap your mama on there because we want it to be nice and spicy. We're gonna cook. I tell you what, this Pathfinder pan, I'm glad I bought it.
I gotta use it more before I put in the link. I gotta try it out more. But for right now, that's a very nice little pan. So I expect more from me on this. Like I said, I want to use it more before I recommend it. I gotta make sure. I think we're gonna end up. I mean, that's a little 12-ounce bag. I think we're gonna end up using the whole thing because you know what? I really freaking like shrimp, and 280 calories for the whole bag. That's not too terrible. So, back in a bit. All right, it's time to try the veggies. Make sure they're done. Pretty excited. Oh, look at that. Yellow pepper and some onion. Look at that. Good. All right, tubes. If you couldn't tell, this tastes pretty good. Oh my God, look at that. Would you? I brought cheese and I brought tortillas. I am gonna use them. Looks so good. Have one. Have one. You can have one. I don't care. Let's get a Randy review. If he can ever get it. I mean, you know, we're only recording for... No pressure. All right. What you think, Uncle Randy? He's not really my uncle, but he is. He's Uncle Randy. Yeah. 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 Just made on a little Coleman old style campfire grillable thingamajig with olive oil and slappy mama. Anyway, I'm gonna eat. I will be maybe back. I don't know if I'm even gonna use these. Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning, and you obviously joined Ben in his truck, and it wouldn't be a band campout with Ben in his truck at some point. And let me be very clear, this campout was a big fail. At about 0 dark 30, I'm on some medication that one of the common side effects is nausea and other related fun stuff, and I kind of wrote it out all day yesterday. That was one of the reasons I didn't record a whole lot. Other reason being it was so ridiculously windy. I think sustained were like 25 to 28 miles an hour and gusts up to almost 50. It was like 45 to 48. It was ridiculous. I made it impossible to film and impossible to do much. I didn't get my tent set up till about 6:30. And I got out here at like 2, maybe 1:30. Yeah. So anyway, so I had to book it for civilization because frankly, there are outhouses, but about 5 miles away, there's a convenience store. I figured that'd be open because that particular chain usually is. It was not. A small town one was not 24 hours. So but the next closest one is in Lincoln, where I live, and South Lincoln, which is about 2 minutes from my house. So I just opted to go home and ride out that particular storm. So yeah. So we're back. It's Saturday morning. I want to come back out, not only because obviously I have to get my stuff, because I just, ran and got in the truck with literally next to none of my stuff. And I wanted to hang out with the boys. But thankfully, my boy Chris, Mr. BarnYard Outdoors, secured some stuff because it did rain. So I would have really been regretting that. And it's about to rain again. That's one of the reasons I wanted to book it back out here so early after about 4 hours of sleep. So, yeah. That's where we're at. I think I'm going to go jump in my tent, try to sleep a couple more hours, and then I'll check back in with you guys. But this one was a complete fail. Just wanted to share the honesty of everything. If you're in that situation, man, don't push it, because if you can go to civilization, I think I said civilization, not situation. That's how tired I am. If you can go to civilization and, be sanitary and comfortable, do it. I mean, this isn't bushcraft. If I was stuck out in the bush with that situation, that would have really been awful. And it would be for you too. Sometimes you just got to ride this out, but it is what it is. I'm going to go jump in my tent. And like I said, we're about to get hit with a thunderstorm, so you might get some fun content out of me there, but we'll see. So anyway, back in a bit. Now, if you want to know where the gazelle shines, it's a day like this. It's about 55. A little drizzly, nice little breeze. That's where this tent shines, not when the winds are that bad. It's one reason I didn't set it up so early, because look, see that pole design? Yeah, it's not wind resistant to this type of stuff we get here. Normal wind, yeah, but not Nebraska wind. There's a freaking skeeter. Kitchens. Tell me about your setups here, because both of them are sick in their own right. Because I'm finally looking to upgrade from the MSR Pocket Rocket after 20-some years.
Well, I'm using a Silver Ant kit today. This is a Silver Ant 3-piece kit, and this is a Silver Ant titanium stove, which, let me show you
That thing's so...
Is that burn?
Yeah, look at that burn, and in the wind.
Yeah.
It doesn't even affect it. That's what I noticed about it.
Freaking awesome. And, yeah, so that's a Silver Ant kit.
And Chris, I like yours a lot, too. By the way, I was sitting right over here, and when he kicked his on, I could feel the heat in my seat. It was crazy. What's yours?
This is the fire maple. Yeah, that's 125. And then, of course, the Vaults cat.
Oh, God, that's such a cool titanium purple air. Yeah, look at that. Holy crap. That thing puts out some heat.
And it's super stable.
Yeah, that's what's great. That's what's crazy about that. And that's why, Shane, I like yours, too. Both of these, because that one's short, right?
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of stability, and it's also got that one straight. So, and this is all titanium. I love it. It's so sick. Alrighty, so how I had my tent set up, and this is what we call gazelle wind mode, because again, these things are not the greatest in the wind. You see, one of the ways to have a giant forward wind block in front of it, which kind of helped. It did better than nothing, let's put it that way. Another thank you for the tip, Chris, is they double guide the sides into the wind. And if you want to see the only useful part about that stupid Walmart Ozark Trail kit, right there is the some of that orange paracord. Okay, so yeah, and I did it again on this side too. But you know what? This is, again, I still love this tent. I almost bought a new tent yesterday. Honestly, I probably should have, given the wind. But here's the other upside of the gazelle. I mean, we gotta put credit where credit's due, right? Is that, of course, it's all the way on the bottom. Yeah, look at the space in here. That would be my sleep setup if I would have slept here. Last night was, again, the pad with the futon pad underneath it, sleeping bag, wool blanket, and then we have enough. You can look at all that room in there. I have my chair, my relaxation chair. And then again, this was kind of minimal mode, and my tent's so dirty. But there is mine. So check out what the boys got, because they got some cool stuff over here. So tell me about your tent, Shane. By the way, Ben is going off little sleep, so he's kind of dumber than usual, but this is a sick tent.
So I got this at the Midwest Bushcraft Show. This is a Three Ridges Gear Malhar 1, and it's a 4-season tent. So I got the Solo because I figured I could use it for like bike packing, backpacking, moto camping.
Right.
But the setup right now, I have, as I said,
crazy.
Is I have the stove vestibule on, and you can see there's a stove. You actually use it with a wood stove. I just used this setup this weekend as a wind block because we had crazy winds.
Yep.
So I figured if I was going to be stuck in my tent, not hanging out with my dudes, then I'd have a setup that I could utilize cooking and just relaxing. So yeah, I'm super happy with this setup.
I can't believe how big this vestibule is, because you guys were talking about it last night. It was too dark, and I didn't want to come check out that. But this is like
bigger than the tent.
Yeah, it's bigger than the tent. It's like clown car size. I mean, it's crazy huge. I mean, look at the space in the corner here. Chris was talking about this last night.
Yep.
I mean, you could put all your gear right there.
You could.
And then you easily, I mean, it's easily have space for a stove, and you can sit here and cook.
So you can zip.
Crazy.
There's a zipper here.
Yep.
And you can zip another tent onto it.
Really?
You can zip another Malhar onto it. Now, if you put the other tent over here, what I like about it is you have both of your tents clean, out of the way, and if you're using a wood stove, you're in the middle here processing, And then when you're done, you don't even need to climb over your wood or stove to get into your tent. You can go around the other side, get into your, assigned sleeping tent.
Yeah.
And unzip your tent from the inside and feed your wood stove from your tent. So I was like, this is too cool of a setup not to get. So
No, I'm with you. This is crazy.
I'm happy with it. I really
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, that's awesome setup. I'm jealous.
Oh,
Yeah, well, give me getting in and out of there. Comedy Central. All right, Chris, tell me about your tent because this is a familiar one I've seen before, but it's sick.
It's the Pomali Leo 2.
Yep.
And it's a mess right now.
Oh, that's
But
okay.
It's perfect in the rain. Got all my my coolers and my cook gear and everything sitting in the vestibule.
Yeah.
Super comfortable. Handled the rain this morning. It's a light rain. Handled the wind.
Yeah. So
Great.
let's talk about that. Yesterday, the winds I mentioned sustained 20 to 25 to 28. Gusts were measured up to 48. There were 40 to 48.
Yeah.
This thing, I was sitting here watching this thing, and by the way, it was pointed. This side is pointed directly into what the wind was coming in.
Yeah.
And this thing handled it like a freaking champ. It was crazy how much wind it was.
Yeah.
And,
if you look at how I have 3,
Yeah.
I put out 3 guy lines.
Oh yeah.
To support it in the wind because there was so much wind.
But when you looked at it when those gusts hit, and the gusts that would move us sitting in our chairs,
Oh yeah.
and then it was stable. So now this one has a ton of space.
It's actually pretty,
surprising.
yeah, it's a pretty good amount of space in this thing.
So you're gonna use this for season or just my tent or summer? Have you decided yet? I know
I haven't decided yet. It's the first time I had it out. I just haven't decided.
because I know I'm asking Chris because if you don't know Chris knows tents. Let's put it that way.
A plethora of tents. I do like this one. I'm interested in trying it with my hot tent with my wood stove.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's raining now, and it's cooling off quite a bit. And just in time, got the truck all packed up. And now is the worst time of any camp out, and that's heading home and saying goodbye. It's about 4:45 p.m. Had a great day hanging out with Shane and Chris, talking about gear, checking out stuff, talking about future campouts. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to head home, get all this stuff unpacked, and start thinking about ideas for future stuff. Thank you so much for joining this little misadventure, because that's what it was. And hopefully I can figure some things out for the next time, so I'm not sick on the next camp out. That would stink. There would have been a lot. I'm glad this was only 15 minutes from home, gotta be honest. Anyway, please remember to help out your local animal rescue, animal shelter. If you can't help out, please donate. Please consider adopting an animal from a rescue or shelter. They're the best animals you're ever going to get, is ones that need a home. And please like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.